everyone, it's Kristina from Kristina's Art Corner. Welcome to another update video. I said that I would probably do another one before the end of the month, and here we are. What I wanted to do with you is show you what I've been working on for the week, and then I want to go through some books that I was destashing, but I'm having some regrets. And before the books leave my house, I just want to go through them with you and kind of talk through my process of whether I'm going to keep them or not. And I think at least one or two or whatever I choose, if I do keep, then I will color in it with you all. So let's go ahead and get started. I have an older mat that I was using that had a couple of spots that bothered me, but it's a bigger mat. So, and I think we might use watercolor or gouache. So I wanted to have a non-designed mat for us. Okay, let's start out with what I've been working on. Now, you all know that I have in my planner, or for those of you that are new, because we have quite a few new subscribers this month, so I'm just going to go through it quickly. I've tabbed it now. My focus illustrators. I have all of these illustrators, and the yellow is indicating that I've colored them this month so far. So I've done a mythographic, a Christine Karen, and oops, this R.J. Hampson I'm about to show you, color by number, Joanna Basford, Rita Berman, Kirby Rosanis, and Hanna Karlzon. So I'm doing pretty well as far as that goes. I've done more in January than I thought, so I'm really excited. This is a good start. And so I just wanted to show that to you real quick. And also a reminder of my hashtag WitchCatSpooky2 in the Adventures of Spooky Cat page is the portal page. Let me show you real quick, because I know there's people purchasing this book all the time. So it's Spooky Coloring Adventures of Witch Cat. I said Spooky Cat. And we did this page here. So that's the one we're doing, and I'm going to put up a poll to see which one you want to do for February. So we'll go ahead. I'll put the photos on Instagram and then my YouTube community tab so you all can vote. And I don't have it right with me, but the God Jewel book by Hanna Karlzon, or Merry Christmas, that book I have hashtag God Jewel all year, and it's what it says. You can work in that book all year and tag me, and a lot of you have been working in that book, and it's been really joyful for me to see all of your beautiful pages. So many stunning and creative people out there. It's just amazing. Forest Song, R.J. Hampson. This was an untouched book, and I did this page. This is Beside the Lake Beneath the Trees. Yes. And I'll go into detail on what I used when I do my finished pages. But I do have some glitter metallic gel pen on here and some Languo gel pen. And I'll explain the rest, like I said, when I do my end of month video. Had to think of my words. So yeah, I did get one done, and I'm happy. It's not my most favorite page that I colored. The illustration is beautiful, but I did get in it, and I got a page done, so I'm real happy. And Bunnies and Dwagons by Heather Gross, I'll give you a sneak peek, and then I'll show you their pages when they're finished at completed pages time. We did this one here, and I'm really happy with the way that this turned out. Got some glitter, some alcohol markers, all kinds of things on here. So really enjoyed this page. And these bunnies and wagons are so cute. In Woodland Kingdom by Toshiyiki Fukuda. This is a group that I host with many members now. And let's see here. This was our double page spread. And again, I'll talk more about it in my completed pages, but I finished this yesterday, and I created this sun and the rays, and wanted to use a ton of warm colors, and then I used the blue on the outsides to kind of draw your attention forward to the center. So another fun double page spread in this book, and I just love this book. And we've gotten so many double page spreads done, and some single pages, but we don't have to get that finished until February, so everyone is good if they have not finished. We have new members this month that joined us. In nature, I had just hauled this book last video, and this is by Diane DeFore, and I did this page. It's a little bit crinkly because I used gouache and watercolor, and yeah, I really like how this turned out. I'll turn it around a little bit so you can see. So I got that page done. That was a lot of fun to do. Now for the next part. These are some books out of about, let's say 70 or 80 that I'm destashing. Either going on Vinted or giving them to my local mental health facility that does an art program. So the first one is Magical Earth by Joseph Kattenbang, which I do love him as an illustrator. I have Mythographic as focus books, but prior to creating that list, I was going to destash this book, and I may still do it, but the page is already coming out. I tell a lot of people this is what I do for these mythographics, because they do very frequently rip at the perforation. So I am going to do what I usually do and put some washi tape down on the page. Let's see, that one wants to rip right down the center. I might do an extra one for this one since it's the first page. I normally just do one, guys. And I'm just going to cut this and get rid of my trash here. I keep a trash bag hooked to my desk now. I have a small little trash bucket with a bunch of stickers that I've gotten over the years with a unicorn. So, but it doesn't hold very much, so yeah, it's just very convenient to have that. All right. Okay. See, this page was already, it's strange how they connected this front page. Anyway, all right, so let's see. Let's see what we got here. I just, you know, the books that I have currently, especially my focus books, it's like I love 90% of the pages. And I was just finding that I wasn't feeling that way about this one. And I didn't want to just keep books around that I had not colored in and may not color in. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the images. Like this one I wasn't interested in doing. It's really cute, of course, with the baby tiger and the adult tiger in the image. This is really cute with the dog. I wasn't terribly interested in this one. I think I like enough of the pages to meet my requirement. I think when I went through it before, I was in the mood to Destash. So I kept the books around a little bit because I was like, maybe there's a few I'll keep. And since I'm doing a mythographic focus illustrators book, and that includes all mythographic, I really do love this one. My daughter loves giraffes. My adult daughter. Always loved giraffes. So yeah, I think I'll keep it, and I'll see if I color in it during my focus period of time. And yeah, so that's one. And I have another mythographic, Fabiana Attanasio, another illustrator that I do love, but I wasn't as enthralled. Yeah, they did it in this book too. This first page is vulnerable. I think I expected more fairies. That's a lot of flowers and butterflies, crickets and a violin. This looks like it should be an aviary. This looks like it should be in Wild Winter. I don't know. I had at one point really wanted to do this one. This one's interesting. I've seen this one done a lot. I'm not really into the tiger pages. There's a lot of tiger pages in mythographic books. I don't know why I'm not interested in doing them, but because I do love tigers. Yeah, I think it was just the lack of fairies on a lot of pages. I think Colors worked on this, maybe a current whip of hers. She's really done a nice job. Definitely go check her channel out if you haven't already. For those of you who are new, I'll put her link in the description. There's a unicorn. There's an elf. This guy. Maybe what I'll do is I'll offer some maybe watercolors. Some watercolors in these books if I go to tackle them, and maybe somebody might want a buddy, and that might encourage me to work in the books. Yeah. Maybe once I color one, it'll be different. Then I have these by Fabiana Attanasio too, and I love her work. And I've had these a long time, and I didn't work in them, and I was really trying to go by if I've reached for these books, you know, or if I haven't, then I need to look at why. I actually love this page. Why did I do this to myself? Why? I do love big areas of opportunity to do some backgrounds, fun backgrounds. This one's really cute. That might be really cool to collage. That's a thought. That is a thought. I could do something like paper like this. I just have it on my desk, and then do clear gesso over it, and then do some watercolor over it. So let's tag it. Let's tag it. There were certain pages like these that I wasn't terribly interested in doing it. I do like this page. This one's okay. I don't know. I think, like, you know, these pages I wasn't thrilled with, but I love this page. I don't care for this one so much, but I do like this one. Yeah, I think I better keep it. Like I said, maybe, and I don't need these kinds of pages. You know, I was trying to be strict on myself. Not terribly interested in that one. Toto! I love the balloons. Don't care for these pages, but I am going to keep it. Maybe a buddy will encourage me. And this is Alice, sorry. Alice in Wonderland. Clock page. I know Alice in Wonderland is pretty popular in the coloring space right now. I just was not feeling it. But I do like a lot of the illustrations. It's just I hadn't pulled these books at all, and I've had them for a couple years now. So I think another thing is sometimes I feel restricted by the colors I envision of Wizard of Oz and Alice in Wonderland, and I feel like I need to, you know, color them the way that is recognizable. And I think maybe if I can abandon that and not offend people for doing it, then I would have more interest in coloring it. Here's a bunch of mushrooms. It's been a long time since I've even like read anything Alice in Wonderland, watched anything Alice in Wonderland. Yeah. I'll keep it. If I get a buddy with these, I think I'll be more encouraged to keep them. Here's one by Cosmic Mook. And I don't think that I wrote down the title. But this is one I was going to destash too. This has some tooth on it, which is good. It's funny with the pigs. See, I'm not normally interested in like wreath pages. Lots of flowers. Peacock. It is a nice book. Here's more giraffes. I'm thinking watercolor might bleed through there. Maybe I'll try, then I'll wind up ruining the book and having to keep it anyway. Oh dear, see, it's so many flowers. But I'll tell you what. I showed you all that I got this from Johanna Stone, Hues of Bloom and Beauty. And I can look at some of these flowers and get some inspiration. So yeah. I'm gonna keep that here. I do love this one. Are these hydrangeas? I told you all I don't know my flowers too well. Oh, another wreath. I do like ocean theme. Another page with lily pads. Good cute cat. Yeah, I think there's enough in here. I don't know about the paper. I think I'll have to test that out. But it is very cute. Not terribly keen on these pages. Got the cow with flowers in it. All right. I'm gonna keep these for now. I was going to get rid of Joanna Basford, Ivy, and the Inky Butterfly because what I had really wanted to do is color this and give it to my grandchildren. And I've had this book for 3+ years now, and I haven't touched it. There's just so much detail. I admire everyone who's been working in this book. They do such amazing, amazing works out of here. And I love the story coloring combination, but I hadn't, having a book 3+ years and not touching it, it's not a good thing. More hydrangeas. But I do really like the premise of the book. There's a lot of flowers, guys. But there's a lot of scenes too that are really cool. So yeah, if you all have this book, what mediums do you use in it? It does have good paper, but I'm just wondering what you all like to use. So that's Joanna Basford, Ivy, and Inky Butterfly. And then Paul Brun, Amazon. This is a Marabou. And I have not, this one's coming apart a little bit. I've had this one for a long time too. Paper is thick but smooth. And I have seen a lot of beautiful illustrations colored from this book. But again, I was weirded out by all the flowers. But now that I have this, I may want to experiment. Just wasn't terribly excited of the theme of the book. But I've been watching Snake Discovery channel on YouTube, and I'll put the name of the channel that I'm thinking of because I don't think I can pronounce his last name, but he passed recently, but he did a lot of education on reptiles and snakes, and so I'm not as averse to especially snakes. So I don't mind when they're in a book to color them. Before it freaked me out. I like the fish. Yeah, I think I could tackle it. I think we could. See, there again, there's a tiger. That's a running theme in a lot of pages. Okay. So, it's a keep for now. Good for now. And then I know you all probably think, oh my gosh, I couldn't get a hold of this book. How could you think of destashing it? Yeah. Mythographic with collector's edition with many artists. Fabiana Attanasio, Joseph Kattenbang, Alessandra Fusi. Is that it? Yeah. So some of the reason was that I wasn't reaching for it. I don't care for pictures with eyeballs and hands. I think there was enough that I wasn't terribly excited to color, but it's a collector's edition. And some of the dark line work. I didn't want to keep books just for the sake of keeping books, you know, but it is a collector's edition. I know a lot of people couldn't get a hold of it. See, another tiger. What is going on? Is this a three-eyed toad? Look how dark this one is. Yeah, but I don't think I should get rid of it because it's a collector's item. This would be good for coloring bumblebees. Faye B. Airy 2026, I think it is. I'll put the hashtag and her info in the description. That might be a fun one to participate. Let me mark it. All right. Random eyeball. Another tiger. That one's really cute. Yeah, I mean, look at these pages, are just beautiful, and a hardback, all the gold foiling. All right, I will keep it. I will keep it and see if I color in it. Diane DeFleur. I just bought 2 books from her, The Dragon's Demande and the Nature book, and I have others, Boule de Pois. Probably some I'm forgetting. I was thinking of even adding her to my focus book list. I was gonna destash this book because I've had it for a while and haven't colored in it. Had it since 2023. The illustrations are really cute. Now, I was telling myself that I don't need to have full set syndrome. It was part of my thought process the end of last year that I don't have to keep books that I'm not coloring in, even if they're a favorite illustrator. And since I hadn't colored in this one, I thought, yeah, we could go ahead and destash it, but I do love a lot of the pages. I think we should keep it. Several winter ones in here. Yeah, okay. We'll keep Sirens Demande. See if I work it in Mermaid. Also, Kanoko Igusa, Symphony of Cute Animals. I destashed a couple of her books a year ago. And I kept this one, but I still didn't work in it. So there's that. And I think I've told you all that let me just encourage the book to open. There we go. I'll tell you, I do love this. It's not that I don't like the illustrations or love many of them. I just wasn't gravitating. I was thinking there was more cats in here, but there's more bunnies, it seems, and other animals. That one's really cute. I like Frog Guy. Cat, there's a cat. This is cute. It's real cute. Don't necessarily care for that, but I like this one. Don't necessarily desire to color that one. This is a cute one. The cats. I shied away from cats for a little bit because I was mourning the loss of my cat Duncan. I remember wanting to do this one in summer, but didn't. So I kept pulling this book and then I didn't work in it. So I don't know what the deal is. Maybe 2026 is just different. This is really fun. So let's see. There's the pumpkin page. I've seen those quite a bit colored in this one. Paper is smooth. So I'm thinking let's go ahead and work out of this book. Let's break it in. I decided. All right. Let me pull you in a little bit. Let me see if I need to pull down the light situation. Sometimes it blurs out some details when it's too bright. Okay, so I think it's nautical. They're in a boat. Let me just look through Johanna Stone's palettes here. Let's see if something jumps out. Got to keep in mind what color the kitties might be. In the beginning of the book, she has actually the names of the flowers. That's cool. There's some navy for nautical. I think it would be kind of cute to have navy go through the center if I did this page. There's brown for cats. There's a light brown. There's a white smoke, like a gray for a gray cat. There's a rose red, light pink, emerald green. I think we're just going to go, even though there's not roses on this page. Let me just open this book. We're going to give it a go. And so, what medium do I want to use? I think I might want to do a flat matte blue. This is a midnight blue. Midnight blue. Let's see if I have any in the watercolors that I've got here. Nothing dark enough. Let me see. Let me see if I have. Ultramarine. There's indigo. I could probably mix some colors to get a midnight blue. Why don't we do that? Let's use Rosa Gallery. It's a very loved palette. Let me see how I'm going to do this here. Of course, this possibly won't give me a matte black like I'm thinking. This is how I think out my pages, so you're getting a taste of the process. Let's see if there's a blue in this Artex set. A 47 and 80. Let's swatch them out. I know I had my pad here somewhere. There it is, right in front of me. Oh, that's a pretty good blue. That's the 47. And that's lighter, so that one wouldn't work. Okay. All right. The other thing I could do is I could use some of my gouaches. I have Turner Design gouache. I use this on the Nature page by Diane DeFore. So I have acryl gouache, which is acrylic and gouache together. And Daler Rowney, that's zinc white. That's good to splash on pages for like snow or stars. So I've got some of these. Some are Winsor & Newton gouache. I have a sparkly gouache here. So we have those choices too. I'm not sure how far we'll get in the video, but I'll close this for now. But I think we might use that or gouache. Let me go ahead and get this blue down. I'll do a little bit of it just to get the color on the page, and then we'll move on to another element. I might take some breaks. Remember I told you all that I was having some occipital blocks for some headaches, and I get Botox injections for my cervical dystonia every 3 months. It's coming up in February. Sorry, concentrating. Would you believe I was having nerve symptoms and I wasn't sure what was going on. It was in my lower back. And come to find out, I have shingles. So I called my PCP and I'm like, I think I might have shingles. I don't know. And she says, let me see. And sure enough, so she called in an antiviral medication. So I started on that a couple of days ago. My poor body just can't. I've got a lot of nerve issues and I'm not sure why. I do have Sjogren's, autoimmune disease, and Hashimoto's thyroiditis. So, and the cervical dystonia. Yeah, kind of battling a lot of things at once here. But I get into my art space and I'm just so happy. Like, it doesn't matter that my legs are on fire from shingles right now. I'm happy to be here with you. I'm happy to be working in a book I was going to destash. We're going to make this work. We're going to make it beautiful. Also, we are about to get major snow. So where I live in Pennsylvania is very close to Ohio. And we are supposed to get anywhere from 12 to 18 inches of snow. I think we'll get less, to be honest, but... And I'm sure there will be an update to the models today. But, and it's supposed to be very, very cold, like negative temperatures. And last night, we tried to order some things from Walmart, and it said on there delayed. It didn't come when it was expected to. And I said, last time we had this happen, they never delivered it. And so it was a couple hours late, and then it wasn't moving to we're on our way. So canceled the order. Just have to go in person. You know, people freak out when there's storms, understandably. You know, we're in danger of pipes freezing and yeah, so much snow on the roof. Yeah. We do get snow, obviously, here in Pennsylvania. But 12 to 18 inches would be historical, I think, at one time. Supposed to snow 2 inches an hour. Yeah. So that's going to be something. Now, I'll go over this another time to get a better layer, but we at least can see what... Let me go ahead and block in this area. Can at least see what the blue looks like. It's not quite as dark as the swatch, but we'll make it work. I was communicating with Johanna Stone on Instagram. Such a lovely woman. And she was telling me about her palettes, and she was happy I had mentioned them on my channel. And I said, honestly, for me, so far, this is a bold statement, but I kind of like her system even more than the color cubes. I know, blasphemy. Oh, how could I say that? I just don't reach for my color cubes like I thought I would. But I'm going to start bringing them out more because I don't want to just have that opinion and then, you know, not have made an extra new effort to use them. They are great palettes, don't get me wrong. She came out with the new ones and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not buying another set of cubes. But It's definitely nice for those who maybe didn't get them. Okay, so this is what our blue is looking like. Yeah, so I'm going to take a little break and then we'll come back and do some more. All right? Okay, we're back. I'm going to keep this acrylic marker so that I have it to finish this portion here. And maybe let's work on these here. And do I want to do a watercolor or do I want to do gouache? That's the question. And I've got to think of, there's going to be a lot of greenery in here. So maybe we can use the rose red and light pink, and maybe even a soft mint in here. You might hear Shmoo chomping on his milk bone. I'll insert a picture of him here in my art room. Let's see. I'm just going to keep it to the side. I was trying to hold that up. All right. Let's see. I did use gouache on that fish page in Diane DeFore, so I could probably reactivate if there's anything here, but I don't know that any of these colors will do. But we can use the palette, and let's see what colors here we can match on any of these. It's a peacock blue. I'm not seeing anything. That's a coral red. Let's go to this one here. I've got a lot of blues. I have an apricot. Okay, I have crimson red and carmine. I could do a carmine. I've got black. Here's opera red. I might be able to combine those. These are acrylic gouache. Let's see here. Those are blues. That's a purple. And I have medium green and primary yellow. Here's some white if I need that. This one's a primary red. Let me also, let's check these colors too and see. I do have a pink in the watercolor, and I do have an emerald green. So maybe we'll combine gouache and watercolors. How about that? Okay, let's do some, let's see, I could do this in the light pink, and then yeah, just thinking. Okay. All right. Okay, so I think I might want to do like the mint green. I think I might put some, I might put some white gouache in that. Okay, let's just, let's see here. All right. Let's take, got a mason jar of water over here. I think I might combine this compost green, or sorry, leaf green. Yeah, and the compost green. Okay. Let me see if I have a, yeah, I have a regular gouache just to lighten this. Oops. Sometimes these things come out very liquidy. The binder comes out. Let me try. I'm going to try to mute this a little bit. Yeah, I think we're getting closer. I kind of want to, I mean, it's close to this soft mint green. I'm really going for this color here. Let me see if I have any. Actually, let's go to the Rosa watercolors. Because I think what I want to do is I want, let me just try this. Just a little bit of the black and let's see what happens. Because I'm trying to mute it a little bit. I hear that wind picking up outside. Okay, and now let's get a little more white gouache in there. And then I'll think I'll have a closer color that I want. I think we're on the money. Just putting a little bit of emerald green in here. Okay. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with this color for now. All right. Now, I'll probably want to do like the rose, red, and pink inside the flowers, and then do the green in these half circles here. Let's just see how we do. I might need a finer tip. This is the In Trend 000. I wonder if you could leave in the comments if any of you are preparing for the storm that's hitting a great portion of the U.S. What do you do to prepare for these types of storms? I grew up in a suburb just outside of Chicago in Naperville, Illinois. And so it's not new to me getting large storms, especially lake effect snows. I'm a little concerned about the electricity going out. I've got candles. My mom sent me, my 85-year-old mom sent me some reels about how you can use a big candle, glass jarred candle, and then put like a clay pot over it with some air on either side of the bottom. Which will create heat. Since I was telling you about Walmart, we were able to get them to deliver this morning, so it's been delivered since I was off and taking a break. Off camera, that is. I'm just gonna do one or two more, and then we'll try to make some other colors together. And then I'll just I can cover this up and use it later. The nice thing about gouache is, and watercolor, is that you can refresh them if you leave them out. I am going to cover them with a little plastic though. Let's do one more here. Yeah, so we were able to get the dog, Shmoo, his food, some of his favorite treats, and then some necessities, eggs and bread and staples. I do have a camp stove that we could get out of my, I have a E250 Econoline that we converted into a camper van. One day I'll show you. But we do have a stove in there, so I think I'll do one more. So we'll wind up maybe bringing that in the house. So in case we have a power outage, we have a way to cook some things. We've got plenty of gas. Storm is supposed to hit us Saturday night and all day Sunday and some of Monday. But it's starting to get windy and cold out in the 20s currently. Okay, so here was our color. It's pretty close. Sorry about Shmoo barking. He hears the garbage people and he goes nuts. All right, let's see what we can do with, this is acrylic wash, so I'm gonna have to see how quickly I can work. I'm always afraid of the reds because they can bleed on double-sided pages. I'm mixing upper red and carmine. To get more of a rosy red than a dark red. And then we have a light pink in my palette here. This is a Holbein Brilliant Part Pink. Yeah. Okay. Let me get my small brush out. Okay. So let's decide here how we're gonna tackle these. I think I'll do two of the rose red and the rest light pink. Or I could do some of the red on the bottom and then pink to the top. Maybe that's what we'll do. So let me get some pink going here. Okay. Let's see what we can do with this. All right. I wonder if you can hear that wind. Oof. So I'm going to drag the light pink downward. And then drag the light pink upward. There we go. Yeah, I think I like that. Let's do another one. Okay. Gonna go in with a light pink. Brilliant pink, a Holbein. You can use jelly gouache for this kind of thing. You can use acrylic gouache, regular gouache. It's the only thing with the acrylic is that you have to, you know, work pretty quickly. I'll start dragging. Get a blend going here. Just gonna go back on this one and get a little more going here. I think I need this to be a little thicker. Okay, let's do one more, and then I think I'll work on it a little more today and show you an update picture, and we'll close out the video because I know it's long already. I always come on here thinking that I'm gonna do a 30-minute video, but then I start having so much fun and it turns into a longer session. That's okay. Some people do like, yeah, this pink is better already now that I made it thicker. Some people like long videos, put you in the background while they color. If you do that, let me know. Curious. I'm gonna go in with the thicker stuff. Oh. Okay, we'll see how this dries up. Like I said, I'll give you a picture of what it looks like after I've worked on it a little more. So we started in a book that I thought that I would destash. And let me just show you up close how that's looking. Here's our palette. So I think that's going to turn out nice. So thank you so much for spending time with me today. I've enjoyed doing this. This is kind of the process I go through on how I want to approach a page spontaneously. So you got to get a feel for that while I had some of my different mediums out. So you all have a safe weekend. For those of you who are about to endure this storm, I wish you the best, and I hope you have electricity and you don't have any issues. And if you do, I hope you are prepared. So you all take care, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm not sure I'll do another one before the end of the month, but you never know. So we'll at least see you for completed pages. And again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all the new subscribers. I'm so happy to have you here on the channel. And let me know if you are enjoying this kind of content where I'm working in these pages spontaneously, and if that's something that interests you. So I hope you got something from today's video, and I'm keeping some books. So that's nice. We'll see if they wind up in a destash pile in 2026 again. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping not. But you all take care. All right. Bye-bye now. Happy coloring.